The American dream is the idea that the individual has the possibility to be prosperous and successful. The evolution of the American dream can be seen through the different technologies of communication. About a century ago, mail was the primary mode of communication, which is extremely slow compared to what Americans are used to today. In this article from the New York Times in 1909, the writer talks about how popular direct mail was back then. There was so much mail that the postmaster and other people in New York wanted to change their mailing system. This is the first step that shows Americans wanting to improve themselves and America as a whole. Also, the slow mailing system is important to the American dream at the time, since people communicate their ideas much slower than today. This idea mirrors the way Americans went about achieving the American dream, slower and simpler. Someone's American dream back then could simply be to own a successful shop in a small town in the suburbs. Just about 65 years ago, car phones and mobile telephone devices were being developed. This was a huge advancement for communication in America, because now people can communicate longer distances in a much shorter time, and whenever they wanted to. Even though this may seem like a very simple and old way to communicate, mobile devices certainly changed the American dream. The American dream can now be bigger than ever, and people have more opportunities than before. People now have the ability to drive around places and call people while driving, which connects them to more people in the world. The American dream for that small town shop owner could transform because of this. He could now aspire to expand his business and make multiple stores in other areas.
I still remember.
Less than 30 years ago, the invention of the internet began a worldwide evolution. The internet connects everyone on the planet that has access to internet. This makes the world seem a lot smaller to a lot of people who can now talk to people from Asia, South America, and Europe all at the same time. This article uses the example that AT&T's computer net will be used by a travel agent in New York to check flight times stored in a Los Angeles computer. Obviously, the internet is capable of much more. This is just the beginning to a massive communication improvement. The internet makes it much easier for people to fulfill bigger, larger scale dreams by being able to communicate easier with a much larger amount of people quickly. Now, the same small town shop owner who expanded his business with mobile car phones can expand his dream even more with the internet. This guy could now be selling products across the country or even across the world without even leaving his home to make a better life for himself by pursuing the American dream. Technology can take America anywhere today, and there's really no guessing what the next big thing will be. A potential future communication device could be a hologram phone. This hologram phone would project a small or large 3D image of a person leaving a message for the user or live chatting with the user, all in the palm of their hand. The internet could also be projected through this device, connecting the whole world and the newest technology to one device. This would allow for people to literally meet face to face without people having to actually go anywhere. In today's world, people are becoming more and more lazy and want to be able to prosper without working as hard as people used to have to. The small town shop owner with a hologram phone will be able to be present in meetings and conferences without leaving his own house. The potential of this technology of communication is absolutely limitless, and new technology can greatly change the ultimate goal.